Good day, grade 9. Today we're going to learn to see the world through a mathematical lens. By the end of our lesson, we will be able to do 4 important things. First, you need to differentiate between an angle of elevation and angle of depression. Second, you need to identify these angles in real-life situations and diagrams. Third, you need to sketch accurate diagrams of these angles on your own. And lastly, you need to appreciate why understanding these angles matter in real life, from building designs to navigation. Are you ready? Let's start with a quick challenge to activate your math eyes. I call it Fast Hands, Fast Mind.
A boy looks up at a kite flying in the sky. Show me. Excellent. I see elevation. A girl looks down from a balcony to see her friend. Show me. Perfect. It's depression. A tourist looks up at the top of a tall lighthouse. Good. It's elevation. A hiker looks down from a cliff to the river below. Correct. It's depression. A student looks up at the school flag. And that's another elevation.
Fantastic! You're already starting to differentiate between these two angles correctly. That's our first objective today. Last time, we explored trigonometric ratios. Today, we're going to use that foundation to clearly tell apart and illustrate the angles we create every time we look up or we look down. Look at these scenes. Have you ever been in a moment like this? These everyday actions are mathematical. They involve the special angles we're learning about today, the angle of elevation and depression. To discover these angles ourselves, practice identifying them and learn to sketch them. We'll do a quick group activity, the Laser Target Challenge. I'll now divide you into 4 groups.
Each group has a different picture. Your mission in 5 minutes is to describe what you see. Identify, is this showing an angle of elevation or angle of depression? Explain why you think so. Sketch a simple triangle showing the observer, the object, and label the angle. You can start now. Time's up. Let's hear your discoveries. Group 1. I see you have a picture of a person looking at a hot air balloon, and I can see that you've written angle of elevation. Excellent choice. Your explanation was that the person is looking up from their eye level. Perfect reasoning. Group 2. You have a person on a cliff looking at a boat. You identified this as an angle of depression. You said it because the line of sight goes downward from the horizontal. And that's correct. Group 3. I see you have a cat looking up at a bird in a tree. I notice you've drawn the angle opening upward. That's right, this is also an angle of elevation because the observers, even if it's a cat, is looking up at a higher object. And Group 4, you have a pilot looking down from a cockpit at a runway. You correctly label this angle of depression because the pilot's gaze is directed downward from the horizontal line of the cockpit window.
Excellent work! Now, to differentiate these ideas clearly, let's create a concept map from all your observations.
From what Group 1 and 3 showed us, what defines angle of elevation? And from what Group 2 and Group 4, what defines angle of depression? Now, a very important question to help us sketch and understand these angles. Looking at our examples, what are the key parts that make up these angles? What must we always include in our diagram? The key parts are the observer, the object, the line of sight or the invisible line from the observer's eye to the object, the horizontal line based on the observer's eye level, and finally, the angle itself formed between the horizontal and the line of sight.
So, let's differentiate this formally for our notes. The angle of elevation is the angle formed from the horizontal line upward to the line of sight. The angle of depression is the angle from the horizontal line downward to the line of sight. Remember, the horizontal is always at the observer's eyes, and these key parts are essential for any accurate diagram. This brings us to our final objective. Why does this matter? Because architects, pilots, surveyors, and even game designers use these angles and their key parts to calculate heights and distances we can't measure with a ruler. They are essential tools in the real world.
Now let's apply this and practice sketching with all the key parts. With your seatmate, you'll take on the Spot the Angle Partner Challenge. Here's your task. First, you need to identify if it is elevation or depression. Second, you need to sketch and label in your paper and draw all 5 key parts: the observer, the object, the line of sight, the horizontal line, and the angle itself. Third, and the last one, you need to write a 1-sentence explanation. You'll be scored on according to this criteria: correct identification, accurate labels and sketch of all parts, and a clear explanation. You have 7 minutes to do this activity. Your timer starts now. Time's up!
Let's do a quick individual check on our first 2 objectives: differentiating and identifying. On a paper, identify if what I described is an angle of elevation or angle of depression.
A student looks up at a kite above the schoolyard. Elevation. A tourist looks down from a mountain at the valley below. Depression. A person looks up at the top of a flagpole. Elevation. A security guard observes the ground from a watchtower. Depression. A child looks up at a rising balloon. Elevation. Excellent.
For your assignment, you will continue to master all 4 objectives. Become an angle detective in your own world. Find or draw a real-life scene, identify the angle, Sketch and label all 5 key parts accurately and write a short explanation of why it is important in that situation. Bring it to our class next week.
Let's take a final moment to reflect on what we've achieved today. Look back at our objectives. Today, we learned to differentiate the angles, practice identifying them, and learn the key parts for sketching and discuss why they're important.
Today, you didn't just learn new terms, you gain a new mathematical perspective and the tools to draw it. Every glance upward or downward is now a chance to apply what you know. Excellent work today. Everyone, keep observing the math all around you.